What's good, people? We alive. It's your man DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. I'm gonna be real quick with this one, y'all. This is there's a lot of talk out there about defunding, law enforcement, defunding the police, defunding the FBI, which again is some of the dumbest words that the humans in this country could ever say. It's stupid. We need police. You gotta have law enforcement. You need those brave men and women who are out here willing to put it on the line for everyone else. We need that. What we don't need are cowardly police officers. We don't need them. We don't need bad cops. We don't need people out there who are trying to strong arm you and rob you and they're breaking the law and using the same law to protect themselves. We don't need them. We need men and women who are willing to go out here, toe the line, and do what needs to be done. We need those people. And I wanted to be clear on that. I wanted to come on and say that because I've been out here in the YouTube world criticizing, police officers, criticizing what happened in Uvalde and stuff like that. And I'll continue to do that. But at the same time, I have to also highlight why we need police officers, why we need it. And it happened Monday in Miami as an example of why we need police officers. I just did a show a couple of days ago about how bad things are in LA and what LAPD is doing. Nothing. They're just letting people get robbed. They're telling folks don't wear nice stuff. They're telling people to stay in the house. They're telling people to be a good victim. Let people just come and take from you. That's what they're telling people. They're not really investigating anything. And I'm pretty sure there's more to it than that. I mean, they're overtasked and they have way too many restrictions on their law enforcement out there. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's bad in California, right? Florida is different. Miami is different, right? There's a crime wave. There are increasingly more people out there trying to rob folks in the big cities. It's happening in Miami as well. There's a lot of people in Miami wearing nice jewelries and big watches and driving nice cars. And people are going to places like Miami and LA to rob other people. This is what they're doing. I said that in the other episode when I was talking about LA. This is what people are doing, right? The mayor and the police department in California, in LA, they're blaming the gangbangers. It's not the gangbangers. It's the people who come there to rob folks, right? And LA decided to roll over. Law enforcement ain't gonna do nothing about it, but Miami does stuff about it. What's good, Candace? I see you. Good afternoon to you, love. Thank you. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for supporting. But I want to show this. Let me show you what's going on. Let me show you why we need law enforcement, right? So check this out.
Monday night, an armed robbery happened in Broward County. Echeverry found the suspect's car and chased them through Northwest 7th Avenue.
That's the bad guy getting out the car running.
In this video, the suspect, 32-year-old Jeremy Horton Jr.
That's the good guy chasing him.
Out of his car, police close behind when suddenly gunshots fired so quickly it's hard to see where they were coming from. Moments later, a group of officers are seen carrying Echeverry to a squad car. We've chosen not to show that video. So
many rounds were fired you can't even count them. And it appeared only handguns were used in this particular instance. But the bad guy that they were chasing had an accomplice and they dealt with him later. But the police officer and the police officers on the scene were able to neutralize this suspect who was out robbing people in Broward County, right? That's the Fort Lauderdale area. Dade and Broward County are sister counties. Dade County is Miami area. Broward County is Fort Lauderdale. Just kind of help you, give you an idea. They're neighboring counties, sister cities, sister counties. They put together a task force to stop these robberies. It's so prevalent. They had to put together a task force. These law enforcement entities to stop these guys. And you saw how the suspect jumped out the car. He didn't put his hands up. He was caught. Nah, he jumped out the car, started running. You saw that brave police officer chase that man down. And that police officer, those first few rounds you heard, that police officer got shot in the head. He's fighting for his life right now in the hospital. And you heard all those rounds that were exchanged. Are you going to do that? Are you going to go out there and keep the streets safe? Are you going to go out there and even try? Defund the police? Defund the FBI? Y'all crazy? Brother Mandrell's in the house. What's good, man? Good cops are now allowed to be good. I agree with that. That's why they all quit. Well, I think a lot of the guys who were quitting were the bad guys. That's what I think, bro. I think they were the bad guys. I think they were the bad guys, man. That's what I'm thinking. So hold on. And I'm glad you're here, Brother Mandrell. I am going to, and here it is, Brother Mandrell. If you want to jump on, bro, I don't know what you got going on, but there's the link. Money Mike's in the house. What's good, man? Coming out of Tennessee. What's good, Unc? Let me read it real quick. What's good, Unc? Right. It's like I'm fucking with your daily content. Keep it coming. Fire, like, comment, and share on the way in, folks. Hey, thank you for that, Brother Mike, man. I see what you're doing. Money Mike out there making it happen. This young man is out here doing big things, man. Started his own business, personal trainer. He went from being a real big guy, went from being a fat guy to being, slim down, a monster out there. So if y'all want some help, if you're struggling with your weight, if you're struggling with, getting yourself together, hit him up. Hit up Money Mike. He'll take care of you. You can do it all online. You don't even have to be in the gym with him. He'll take care of you. Brother Mandrell, there's just for too much corruption. Good cops stay on the job. Yeah, it is too much corruption, man. There's a lot out there. Brother Jason's in the house. What's good? Welcome all. Welcome everybody. But we need police officers, man. Like, we need them. We need the FBI. Got folks out there mad because the FBI is going after people that they like. Well, if you like someone who is breaking the law, law enforcement is going to go see them, period. There's people out there, oh, man, it's about this and that. I see you, brother, man. You're about to pull you up in a second. Oh, man, it's political, man. It's all about politics, man. Look, it might be the case. We know the FBI is not above that, right? Dr. Martin Luther King had to deal with the FBI. Malcolm X had to deal with the FBI. That was all political. The Black Panthers had to deal with the FBI. That's all political. That's just 3 examples. There are many more. Right, but they still had a job to do. They're still needed. And Brother Oz, please, DL, and the people in the place, I'm here reaping the boogie down. Yeah. He repping for the boogie down. I feel you, bro. Candace M, please hit the like button on your way in. Brother Mandrell, what's good, bro?
What's going on, DL? Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, thanks for coming, bro. I know you've been trying to get on here. It's because of you I'm dropping links now. Because I wasn't doing it before, but you came on that one time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start dropping links now, man. How you feeling, brother?
Yeah, son, feeling all right. About to head to the gym.
Yeah, because we old people got to stay in shape, huh? I need to do me some push-ups or something.
and it's leg day. Hey, but when you get out the army, you don't feel like doing none of that shit.
You don't feel like doing none of that.
There's some things, man. Like, people ask me, won't you do this job? I'm like, you mean manual labor jobs? Yeah. Like, that's over. Like,
exactly.
My mom asked me, hey, I need you to cut my grass. Mom, manual labor? The army killed all of that for everybody.
Kill all that, man.
I will pay a lawn service to come out and cut your grass.
For real, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Like, are you kidding me? I ain't cutting nothing. You know what gets me the most? Bro, you know what gets me the most is when people would ask me if I want to go camping. Like, hold on. You want me to put on a bag, go hump up half a mountain, and then pitch a tent and sleep in the woods? You know what I've been doing?
You know what I used to do for a living? No, thank you. Those days are over. The army gets it out of you, man.
Yes, sir.
So people don't understand. You come back. No, I'll pay somebody to do that. Well, my phone stopped up. I'll pay a plumber. I'd rather pay someone to
pay somebody to do it.
Yeah.
And you know it's gonna get done right the first time.
Right, exactly.
Get done right the first time. Bro, so thanks for popping in, man. What are your thoughts, man? I know you keep it 100. I know your thoughts. Our thoughts are different, you know what I mean? And people who are watching that, me and Brother Mandrell don't agree on everything. You're not supposed to agree with everything that everyone around you says. You won't grow that way. So what are your thoughts here, bro?
Well, I agree with you, Joe. We need law enforcement. You need cops. You need FBI. Come on, let's be real. And you're not going to find a single member of law enforcement, of any law enforcement agency, to tell you that they get enough training. None of them are going to say that. So the whole thing with defund the police, no, I'm not with that. I catch flack from people because of that, because of my view on that. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think a cop should ever be on the street more than 3 days a week. I think that the rest of the time of that week should be on either extra training or therapy. You know what I'm saying? Or a combination of both. 3 days a week, you're on the street. The rest of that, no, you got to do other stuff.
Like you said, there's training, there's downtime. You got to go to court because you got to go be a witness and all that kind of stuff. I said the same thing. And it's funny when I talk to military folks, and not all military folks, I'm talking about military folks who were actually in the field. We all have the same idea. Like, bro, there's no way you could be out there 24/7, 365 dealing with the worst that America has to offer, and that shit's not going to affect you.
Exactly. Look what happened to us. Like take for instance from me and what I used to do in the Army, right? And the thing is, when I got out, that was it. There was no debrief. There was no therapy. So I'm like, wait a minute. You take me and you just put me out in the world like this? How y'all think this gonna work? So that's why I just kept to myself for years. Kept to myself, man, because I know me and I know how I felt out here. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's like, nah, you can't take somebody like that and just put them out there in the world and say, hey, have a good life.
Yeah, people don't realize what the military does, and it's not a bad thing. They bring out the worst in you and hone that into a weapon. Period. You have to be aggressive, and the more hardcore you go up that ladder, right? If someone spends their time at Fort Dix somewhere or Fort Orwin somewhere, that person is working a 9 to 5. That's not the same as a guy at Fort Benning or Fort Bragg. That's not the same. You're not getting allowed to embrace the evil side of yourself and honing that into a weapon. It's a reason that brother Mandrell has Vader. They got the Sith behind him. It's a reason that I got an M14 behind me. There are reasons for this, y'all. So in it's not like we were in constant combat. We were constantly training. Police officers are out there. Y'all just saw this video. That man was running down not even a quarter of a block, and next thing you know, so many rounds were fired, no one can count them. And he wasn't by himself; he had backup. These aren't Uvalde cops. These are the real deal. So y'all want to get rid of these? We're gonna replace them with what?
Yeah, the thing is, like, you see, when it comes to this law enforcement thing, I say that reason why I said there's too much corruption for good cops to be good. That's why a lot of good cops do leave. I practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, right? A lot of cops come to that school, and train. A lot of former cops do, and they all say the same thing. Like, there are times where they see someone doing something wrong, but if they were to say something or do something about it, they would be in trouble.
Wow.
So, you know what I mean? So, and I've heard this not only from cops from my area, cops in Atlanta, North Carolina, Florida, all over the place. So it's a thing in police culture. It is. Corruption is a thing in police culture. Uprooting it and getting rid of it, it's a task and a half, though, because there are going to be some precincts, because not every precinct's the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there are going to be some precincts where you get your ones and twosies, you get 7 or 8 of them, get them out, and then the precincts go, oh, okay, cool, everything's fine. There's going to be some out there where you got to get rid of everybody, top to bottom.
Right.
And
top to bottom.
Who wants to deal with that? So that's the issue with it. It's just too hard to manage and monitor. I mean, the amount of money you have to put into oversight to really get it done right, it's insane. So it's just basically we got to do the best we can. You're not going to get rid of corruption in any system, anything. You know what I'm saying? There's corruption in everything. Garbage men deal with corruption on the job.
Ain't that the truth?
You know what I'm saying? Plumbers deal with corruption on the job. I mean, it doesn't matter what you do, there's going to be some margin of corruption. So, I mean, police force, no different. But do the best we can is all we can do. But you can't get rid of cops. I agree with you on that deal. You need law enforcement. Let's be reasonable. You need law enforcement.
Let's be smart. I mean, what if we just making up numbers here, what would you guess? What percentage of our society can survive and thrive in an environment where there's no law enforcement, man? If you were to make up a number, what number would that be?
That would survive?
That would survive without cops.
30%.
Yeah, because I'm thinking 10.
I I'm being
I'm thinking 10.
Yeah, the first number came in my head was 20. I said, let me give a little leeway, 30. But yeah, you're probably right. If it's a real survival of the fittest world, about 10% would be left.
Just think about it.
I'd say at the most 12%. That's about it. I mean, because you got steak over there at your house, DL. I want it.
Exactly. And I'm coming to get it. I'm coming to get it.
Steak, yeah.
I'm coming to get it.
You know what I'm
coming to get it. Yo, I know Mandrell got some rounds over there, bro. I'm finna go get him.
Go get him. Exactly. And who's to stop him? Who's to stop you?
And I tell these people who are out here screaming they don't want police are the very people who need police the most.
Exactly. You need police. You got to have police. You got to have law enforcement, especially today in American culture. You got to have it because you got people like me walking around out here. I'm not fucking around with you.
I'm not playing.
You are gone.
I'm not playing. I ain't got time to play.
Right. Come in here you want to.
I don't want to hear it. I'm old. I ain't got time.
Right.
I ain't got time. I don't want to hear it. Oh, you did something to my child? Point him out.
Right.
That's it.
I will deal with you while eating a sandwich.
For real.
I wouldn't even wait till afterwards to eat my sandwich. I would deal with you while eating my sandwich and think nothing of it.
Be mad I had to stop watching my Voltron. Let me go over here, deal with this guy, come back and watch my Voltron.
And that's worse on you. Now I'm really going to make sure I get you because you interrupted my day. I'm watching Voltron or something. Yeah.
Yeah, these people don't understand, man. And then this came out as well. I just saw this when I sat down. Miami Herald. Miami cop whined about squad cars speeding to the officer shooting. Right. And the chief comments are it's disgusting. And I'm not going to play the radio call, but I guess it was a police officer got on the radio. The city of Miami police chief wants to know which of his officers complained to radio dispatch Monday night that patrol cars passing him at a high rate of speed as they raced to the scene of a cop who had been shot in the head in a shootout with a bad guy, right? Were endangering him. In a 30-second radio recording provided by the Herald, an officer can be heard asking dispatch to find out why Miami-Dade patrol cars are passing him at 60 miles per hour on Northwest 7th Avenue, which, y'all, I'm in Miami all the time. That's what people drive, all right? I ain't gonna lie to you. If the cops are doing 70, I mean, that's what people drive during the daytime, going down these streets. So I think the cops are going faster than that. This guy's that's some cap. You know what I mean? And dispatch replied, officer down. A male officer replied, to your cells, let them know they're going to have another officer down if they keep going at 70 miles per hour near my car. So you got a police officer who's out here threatening other police officers who were racing to the scene to save a police officer. Bro. Bro.
Can't win for losing, can it?
Bro. And this is what I'm talking about. These are the cops they need to go. You need to get and your experience, you went higher up the spear. You were closer to the tip of the spear than me. You were definitely tip of the spear material. Right? Can you explain to people what being peered out means?
Oh, it's when everyone else around you, your peers in your group or your team, say that, okay, you're not a good fit. You have to go do something else. And we would do that too. Like, yeah, that guy, he can't come. We did it to a senior NCO. It didn't matter what your rank was. We did it to a senior NCO. He can't come, sir. Because every team has a team captain, a warrant officer, team sergeant, and everybody on there. The minimum rank on any team is E6. You get that as soon as you get your beret. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, our team sergeant. No.
Right. And for those of y'all don't know,
and so all of us are like, yeah, we're not dealing with this dude. No, everybody feels the same way. Yes, he's got to go. You know,
and then it's bye.
Bye.
Then it's bye. So and brother Mandrell, he's just a real modest guy. He doesn't want to tell you. He's talking about teams, talking about berets. This man on the split screen next to me is a Green Beret. It's a real life G.I. fucking Joe. All right. Like the shit that I used to grow up watching G.I. Joe cartoons and like, oh yeah, Yo Joe, these guys are hardcore. That's the reason I joined the army. My favorite was Stalker. Right here he is right here. This is what he looks like in real life. Right. This is Green Beret. And people are like, oh man, you landed on thick. I'm landing on thick because I know what they go through. I've been through Robin Sage just helping out. I was just there to augment training. I was amazed at what these men do. And these are just the guys who ain't even Green Berets yet. Robin Sage is the last phase of training. They complete that successfully, then they get awarded their Green Beret. That's when the real work starts. I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
That's at the end of the Q course.
Yep.
You're right. That was the last thing I did, too. Well, I was done with that, man. I was like, oh, thank God. Let me get out of here. I thought I was going to have a break. No. Hey, you got orders. Here you go. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's hop and pop.
It's hop and pop. And when
it don't stop.
It don't. And when you get to that level in the military apparatus, and I don't care what branch you in, when you like the Air Force Combat Control Teams or their paramedic pairs, I forget what they call them exactly, but they got those paramedic paratroopers in the Air Force, Marine MARSOC, Navy SEAL, Green Beret. When you get to that level, that's when peering becomes the real deal. They don't give a shit about your rank anymore. They respect the rank, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to save you. If you were like this guy, this cop who's sitting in the car complaining about the other police officers running into danger, all they know is one of their officers are down. If you tell me one of my team members are down, I'm going a lot faster than 70 miles an hour to get to the scene to secure that.
That's understandable. Like, what are you complaining about? You know what I'm saying? There's an officer down.
Why ain't you going 70 miles an hour to get over there? Exactly. Where are you going?
See, this is why people make that. The reason why I got Darth Vader going on, because when I show up, everybody makes a face like Darth Vader just showed up. You know the face like,
yeah, uh-oh.
Yeah, right. So I was like, everybody makes that face like Darth Vader just showed up. What's going on here? All I don't do is tell you the truth. So I just kind of like, all right, fine. That's what y'all want to behave. I'll be that then.
I'll be that. You hear that? I'll be that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Red Man. I'll be that. And Act Ozzy coming out of Canada, he's asking, is there a chance he could have meant they crashed into him causing death? No, brother Act. I don't know how y'all get down to Canada, but down here, officer down, all police officers, don't matter what municipality, man, it doesn't matter what city. When they hear that call, officer down, they all go there as fast as they can. For anybody to complain about something like that, man, that just shows you this dude is cowardly. What's going on? Why these police officers are going so fast? Officer down. He should have been turning on his lights and sirens and going. And he didn't. He's sitting there complaining, talking about, well, it's going to be another officer down there. Those are the cops that I'm talking about, brother. Those are the cops they need to peer out. They need to get rid of those dudes, man. They need to get rid of him. Brother Jay Swans, man, respect, brother. And that's my dude, Jay Swans, man. You know, he went through he's Ranger, bro. He went through the Ranger trainer, man. And I ain't talking about Ranger school. He scroll. I ain't talking about the tab. I'm talking about scroll. So you and Jay Swans, y'all my dudes, bro. You know what I'm saying? When it gets bad, when the defecation hits the oscillator, bro, I'm gonna be hollering at y'all. We gonna have a plan. We gonna know where to rally up and do what we got to do to make it through. So yeah, man, I just wanted to get your last word on that, bro. Anything you want to say? And I'm just going to wrap this up.
Yeah, people, the whole defund the police thing, stop it. You need police. You need law enforcement because, like JT said, who's going to do it? DL said, who's going to do it? You? You don't want me out there doing it because you think the cops are bad. I'm not playing any games. Listen, put your hands behind, like the lady in the park in Atlanta. Man, put your hands behind your head, behind your back. Oh, why am I being arrested? And she's going to end up on the ground, and I'm going to... Done. You didn't have to do that. Yes, I did. I gave her a command, and she didn't want to follow. So this is what she gets. You want some? No. Okay, then. Shut up. Yeah, listen. It's cut and dry with me, man. Nah.
Cut and dry.
You know the video I'm talking about, right, DL?
I do, and I ain't mad at you.
Right, I'm not mad. I'm like, that's all her fault. He signed the ticket.
Hey, I'm not mad.
You want to play games? I ain't mad at him at all.
It's a tough job. Like law enforcement is a tough job, and I got law enforcement. Like police officers should be paid more. Shout out to Jay Swans. We talk about this all the time.
I agree with
police
wholeheartedly.
from coast to coast.
You got to make it worth their while. If you're going to have these guys out there dealing with the stuff they deal with on a daily basis, compensate them properly for it.
Minimum $100,000 a year. I don't care if you're a police officer, should be minimum.
I think like if you're in the academy, you getting 70, 80 grand just for the academy. Okay, cool. But then once you graduate, then get the increase.
That money should be federal, and it should be federally subsidized. So if your local PD is paying you 50, the federal government should kick in the other 50. You should be making $100,000 a year. Now, you should also be held to account for everything. You shouldn't be a fat dude who could barely get his belt around his waist making that money. No, you need to, you know what I mean? And you would get the training, you would get the support, and you get the downtime you need to be effective police officers, man. We did a video about it.
They should have height and weight requirements just like the Army does. You know what I'm saying? There should be no such thing as a fat cop.
No such thing.
Who are you gonna catch?
Catch nothing but a code. All they can catch is a code, they fat ass, man. That's it, man. And then when it comes to marksmanships, man, police officers need to train and need to be on the range. It is a damn shame that a barber has more time training than a police officer with his weapon and a barber with his tools. You know what I mean?
That's all we used to do, man. Like for real. Even with down range, marksmanship was a thing.
It had to be.
Yeah, we still train. Well, even while I was down range, it's crazy. Now we got to South America, different story. That was all business. But by the time we got there, it was no sweat. We were surgical.
Yeah, it had to be. How can you not be proficient with your weapon? And I don't understand police training. Like I really don't know. We're trying to find some law enforcement guys to tell me, tell us what they actually go through when it comes to going to the range. But they're being taught to empty their weapons, bro. Have you ever in your life been trained to when you engage someone, you empty your weapon?
No, you don't. Why would you empty your weapon? You might need the ammo. If you're using a handgun, like we were trained that your target should be 2 in the sternum, 1 in the head. Done. 3 rounds. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should go for. And my weapon was never on full auto. Ever. It was on burst. Why would I click? Click. Okay. When are we gonna get some more ammo? Oh, don't worry about it. Sit tight.
Yeah. Who knows?
You're right. Don't worry about it. Sit tight.
It's like, damn, boy, you really don't want to carry that stuff, huh? It doesn't make sense to empty your weapon. And law enforcement to come across someone, you hear they fire until they're out of rounds. If they missed, the person they shooting at still got rounds in their weapon. So it's not smart to do that. So I just want to find out if they train to that standard, which is our standard. You remember before you were all hood, when you first went to the Army, just going through basic training, what they tell you? 1 shot, 1 kill.
That's it. 1 shot, 1 kill. If you got to take a distance shot, aim for the bastard's neck. Go for the bastard's neck. Aim high instead of for the headshot. Depending on how far away they are. I don't get this whole thing. And then they got quasi-military gear and stuff like that. I'm like, for what?
Yeah, that has to go. That has to go.
Right. I'm like, for what?
That has to go. You got to earn that in the Army. You don't get to just walk around looking like, looking like Rambo. You got to earn that right. You know what I mean? My brother Jay Swan's police are taught to shoot until there is no longer a threat. They need to change that training. And then Brother Roz has something to say. I wanted to pop this up here. Over here, defund the police has supposedly said so that some of the budget will be used for more, for example, dealing with, perps with mental health, better handling domestic disputes and stuff like that. He's saying better. Sorry for the bad texting, but I know what he's talking about. They're talking about reallocation of funds.
Yeah, but that's not going to work, DL, and we know it. That money, mental health clinics and people, they're not going to get that kind of that money. You know that money's going to be mismanaged.
Yep.
Come on, let's be real.
It's the corruption that we already talked about. We know it's going to be corruption.
Corruption everywhere. You're not running from it. The cops are corrupt. Of course they are. Of course they are. We know that. So do something about it. No. Then how about you follow the commands of the officer? Now, I'm one of those people like you pulling me over. That's going to be the easiest traffic stop you ever have.
You can see my hands. Yes, officer. I got everything right here. I don't got to reach for nothing. I'm not telling you I'm armed because in Florida, you're not required to do so. But that's the police officers are scared and they're poorly trained. I don't put it all on them. I understand they're scared. Last thing I'm going to do is tell a man who's walking up on me scared that I have a weapon. That's the last thing I want to do. I'm just gonna give him what he needs. He gives me my ticket or lets me go. Whatever. I'm out of there. I'm like you, brother Manjo. I ain't got nothing fly to say to this guy.
Nope. Here you go. License, registration, proof of insurance. There you go. Need anything else?
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. Okay, no problem.
Like, sir, do you realize you were speeding? If you say, sir, yes, sir, officer. If you say so.
Hey, if you say so, I guess I was. I didn't realize it, but you know.
It is what it is. If I got a problem with it, I'll see you in court. They tell you on the they tell you on the ticket. You can come to court.
If I got a problem with what you saying, I ain't gonna sit here and argue with you out in the middle of the street at night. I mean, you just as worried about this situation as I am.
More so.
And listen, like I had a conversation with Nathan Daly. I said, Nathan, listen, the reason why I'm so easy on cops when they pull me over is because I know myself. If that cop puts me in a position where I think my life is in danger, I'm going home and he's not. He ain't going home. I'll deal with the consequences later. But I'm going home. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Shout out to Ice Cube.
He said, hey, but I said, look, I'll take my chances, Nate. You know what I'm saying? I'll take my chances.
I'll take my chances. We could get into that police officer. We can get into the weeds on that cop. Oh, look, he was a bad cop. It's a good thing I did that, right?
I told Nate, I said, Nate, I'll even take the ass whooping. I'll let him wail on me because the next day I'm finna go lawyer up. Thank you for the money. Appreciate it. I'll even, like I said, if you see me on the news because I done heard a cop, that cop did the wrong thing, a lot of wrong shit. Like I said, I'll even take the ass whooping because I know I'm going to get paid.
Hell yeah. I get a special plate made. Thanks, cops. On my Aston Martin, I'm driving around.
Right, exactly. I'll leave it. That's me. Because a person who'll take the ass whooping, yeah, go ahead. Smack me around.
Because this man, and we don't know each other. We ain't never met in person. We just know from these YouTube streets. This man right here been punched in the mouth. I guarantee it. So he already knows it ain't a big thing. Go ahead. Swing. Tase me. Do all that shit. You know what I mean?
There you go. I got a good heart. So you can use your taser too, officer, if you want to. I mean, you know.
I'm getting paid. I'll probably be getting like $300,000 per blow. Go ahead. Keep swinging. Keep swinging.
I'm calling my lawyer up the next day. Hey, listen, I'm in the hospital. Got a situation. Yeah, with the cops. Yeah. Get the body cam footage and all that and the dash cam, all that.
And we good to go.
Yeah, right. I ain't giving because I'm not giving cops no problems. No reason for you to go for your gun.
None. I want you to go home just as much as you want to go home at the end of this shift. So, but I just wanted to, and thanks for coming on, bro. I really appreciate it, man, because I thought I was going to have to do this on my own. Oh, absolutely. You're always welcome on this platform, brother. Always. We got to do a proper show so I can bring you on I want to interview you, man, and I want people to really understand what you put yourself through in the United States Army, what you volunteered to do for the United States Army. You know what I mean?
Instagram, right?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna hit you up. We're gonna work that date out, man.
Yeah, not a problem.
So I appreciate it. I'm gonna hit you up. You know, we're gonna work that date out, man. I'm looking forward to that show because that's gonna be a great show, man. My lowest viewed shows are my military shows, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing it because people need to understand what it means to serve, and they don't understand that. They don't understand that. So, all right, brother, man. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you, bro.
You too, DL. Thank you.
Peace.
Have a good one.
You too. And yeah, give it up to a real American hero. Brother Mandrell's a real American hero, the real fucking deal. That man earned a Green Beret. They made songs about those guys, put silver wings upon my chest, make me one of America's best. Right? I think it's 15 men tried out today, but only one got the Green Beret. So shout out to you, brother. Act Ozzy in the house, man. Shout out to Rodney King. Yeah, Rodney took that beat. And that was his fault, though. If Rodney had complied, he wouldn't have got his ass beat like that. But he got paid. You know what I mean? And Brother Roz, you guys should have a show trying to promote the military and the opportunities. Absolutely. We're going to do that, man. I have some shows about the military, man. Like I said, I served. That's not just decoration back there, man. I am airborne. I love it. That's like one of the best things I ever did with my life. Jay Swans, you seen him on here. He is Ranger, like the real deal. He's He scrolled out. He did the training and was invited to join the real Rangers. Scrolled out, not tabbed out. And then we'll do a show so you guys understand what I'm talking about. There's a difference, right? And then Brother Mandrell, Green Beret. I mean, that's it. Absolute tip of the spear in the United States Army. Once you get past Green Berets, now you're into a world that don't exist. That's how high speed he is, right? He's the last level of people that we can acknowledge, because beyond that, those people don't exist. Delta Force doesn't exist, but I can show you the compound. I know where it is. Jay Swans, man. They low because nerds too scared to serve. Yeah, nerds are too scared to serve, man, and it's a bad narrative. But we gon' do what we can to change that. But I said this was gonna be a quick one. Brother Mandrell jumped on to help me out, man. The bottom line is, if you're a religious person and you pray to whatever God you pray to, please pray for that police officer, that detective, that brave man in Miami who took a bullet to the head, defending his city, keeping his city safe. You know, please keep him in your prayers. Keep his family in your prayers. He is, last time I checked, and this was up as of like 3 hours ago, he was in extremely critical condition, but still alive. If this man pulls through, he's going to need financial help. His family's going to need financial help. He's not going to be the same. If this man doesn't pull through, his family's going to need help. They're going to need financial help. Police officers don't make a whole lot of money. They make their money in overtime. So please, I'm going to follow this up. If and I'm going to see if they have GoFundMe's, and I'm going to call Miami-Dade and see if they have anything set up. I want to make sure we get the correct one, because, there's so many scammers out there. And if you guys could, find a way to give a couple dollars to help this man and his family, because they need it. You know what I mean? They need it. And we need men and women like that. Right. And I just wanted to go on the record saying that, man. I want people to know I'm just not one of those guys out here talking shit because I hate cops. No, we need police officers, man. We need good police officers. We need law enforcement. So I'm going to follow this story up, y'all. I just wanted to jump on when I saw that, because, tell everybody, please share this one. I don't care if you don't share any other the videos. I don't care if you just let people know about this. Show that video of that man running into gunfire to stop a bad dude. The suspect they were chasing, they actually robbed somebody. They knew this guy was armed and considered dangerous. And he still went in there. And not like Uvalde, they didn't hide behind shields in the hallway, listen to little kids get murdered. They went and he put himself in harm's way. So salute to that brother. And I will be following this up. Thank y'all so much for jumping in here, man. I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. Before I jump out of here, let me show this the chats that I have. Brother Roz, seeing your airborne flag is inspirational, especially you being in my demographics. Yes, sir. There's a lot of us that are airborne, Ranger, Special Forces, LERPs. You know what I mean? We're out there doing it. A lot of tip the spear guys out there. Act Ozzy Wait. The city doesn't take care of the family. A lot of times they don't, man. They get a little bit of insurance, but it's not enough to cover, bro. And I'm going to look into that. Wonderful 34. What up, people? DL and Joe. Thanks for coming through, bro. We just wrapping it up right now. I mean, check out the replay. But again, y'all know I'm not a very religious person, but, I'll pray to all the guys who will listen, man. Prayers for this young man. Prayers for this young detective, this hero who put his life on the line for his city. I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.